because let's face it, absolutely everyone in the world is sick of the concept of DEI, not just in entertainment, but in pretty much all of corporate America, where it seems to be harming every industry that it's in. But recently, Ava Longoria was giving a speech, the star of Desperate Housewives, and she was talking about how getting rid of DEI will actually be extremely negative for their industry, and that it will hurt the writers and the directors. So this is what she said, guys. She says, this is the
They
kind
keep
of
hurting us with the garbage they keep putting out.
this is the kind of pendulum swing of DEI programs being cut back means a lot of directors and writers from those programs will suffer because they give opportunities where opportunity is not usually there, she said. It's much harder for women to break through in Hollywood, and it's much harder for people of color to break through because I don't think there's a studio exec in a tower going, I don't want to hire people of color. They just hire people with the most experience, she added. So she tried to at least like equivocate at the end there and say that it wasn't about racism, but it was. You know what I mean? Like she was like, it's not, but it is. Here's the thing. The ones who got those opportunities that capitalized on them will actually go on to be successful. Childish Gambino is actually a product of those programs through, I believe, Community, and is now a very, very successful person working in Hollywood. Okay,
yeah, I forgot about that.
So the ones who are successful will continue to be successful because at the end of the day, a big budget movie and a company that backs it wants nothing more than to make more of that. And they're not going to throw you to the side because of your skin color if you did, in fact, give them a strong return on investment. But the problem is those projects and those quotas can't manufacture talent. Like you have to find talent in a more natural way. Do you think that there's room? Like this is actually a question that people are saying. Like, is there room for a lesser version of these programs? Like maybe post 2020. Exactly right. So post 2020, they went really hard in these initiatives following what happened with George Floyd, and now people are saying that they're going to cut these programs directly. I don't think that that's true. I think they'll rename them.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to rename them, but, you know.
Like that bridge thing I've been hearing about?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What actually should happen is that they should keep the programs, but actually swing it in the opposite direction, so it's actively anti-DEI, like training. You got to really decondition these people.
What's funny is she's a very successful producer. Did you know that she's actually the reason John Wick ever came out? She provided provided last minute emergency
like
funding.
6 mil or something like that to get a help.
Thank
out.
you, Eva.
He's like, never mind. These programs don't sound
and
too
she's
bad.
looking hot.
Yeah. So she saved the John Wick film from being canceled because they lost funding like right before they were supposed to go start principal photography, and she was able to provide that. But I just laugh because like right now, this weekend, we're getting Kraven the Hunter, which nobody's going to go see.
That's this weekend?
That's this weekend. But also the Lord of the Rings animated movie, which is also nobody is going to see it either. I think it's supposed to open to a paltry 6 million or something like that. It's under 10. When you think of what Roger Jackson accomplished in the longevity those movies hold within not just fans of entertainment, but audiences in general love those movies. And a lot of things now is like people look back on the like entertainment is so bad now, they look back on those Hobbit movies, they're like, maybe they weren't so bad.
I never thought the Hobbit movies were that bad,
but I just can't see a world where Hollywood gets away from it. I think that that it will become slightly less prevalent in the next few years, but I don't think they can abandon these things directly because they are so addicted. The point I said, like, Hollywood is a crack whore, and they are addicted to race and gender politic. They love it. It's their favorite thing in the world because it makes them feel very, very superior to you and I. And I've been talking about a YouTuber lately named Greg Owen who does very, very, very good breakdowns of things like this, whether it's talking about DEI in Hollywood, whether it's talking about postmodernism in Hollywood. And one of the things he talks about with DEI is it's the rich person's, there's luxury hobbies like wine collecting, which only people of means can afford to do. Yeah. Right? Luxury beliefs were something that Hollywood is.
They're extremely real.
Yes. So the concept of DEI is a luxury belief that Hollywood at one point, say in the height of Marvel's success, and then in the aftermath of George Floyd, before it all fell apart and before COVID, I guess COVID was right before that, COVID decimated the theater industry, they had the money and the ability to employ luxury beliefs. but they don't have that ability anymore because there's too much output. There's too many movies being made. There's too many shows being made, and there's not enough return on investment. If I asked everyone here if there was one movie they like, I'm not even asking for like what are your top 5 like things you're looking forward to. Is there anything here that anyone's looking forward to? Like, I know you said The Gorge.
I did,
but you're disqualified because that's Apple TV, and I don't support snobs on this show. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Is there anything anyone here is looking forward to?
No, there's
So-
nothing that is.
I don't know what's coming out.
I mean,
nothing at all.
the last thing I was looking forward to in a theater was like Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that was,
Yeah. But the point is like that desire to go see movies has been bled out of people because of the ramifications of things like DEI initiatives in Hollywood.
Oh, I think it was
That-
purely COVID. Once people were locked in their houses and they started doing those releases to like VOD directly, it was why would when you could pay $20 to view the movie in the comfort of your own home and cook food for yourself and whatever, get drunk and still, not have to drive, or going to a theater spending upwards of $30 a person after concessions, like
I think that's an introvert's perspective. Like, I would go to movies
If there was
they
one
were
that really
good.
spoke
If
to
I
you.
if I felt like there were writers that were writing quality stories, I would go. Me and my girlfriend just went to see Heretic just
Yeah.
recently, and it was mediocre. But I still enjoy the going to the movies.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I like the fact that like me and my girl can go to dinner and then go see a movie, and we're not just sitting at home. And like, not saying that we like sitting at home is bad. I love like when I get at a IRL and I go home and like she's there and like we'll sit up and we'll watch like a couple episodes of like, I don't know, something on Netflix, Emily in Paris or something, and I like just hanging out with my girl at home.
Yeah.
But there are times where I like to go out to dinner and do something because it gives us a reason to get dressed and look nice for each other and blah 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 and do all that. So I think that if there was better content, better movies being put out, I do think that there is still a market for them. I do think you're right that more people stay home now and want things on demand or to be streamed, but there is a desire for people that are like, oh, I want to go out and do something. I want a reason to leave the house with my
I love the movie experience.
Yeah,
So-
no, I completely agree with you. I think my point more so is that COVID more so killed the desire,
before.
like as you're saying, COVID killed the desire for people to actually do those things rather than.
I mean,
like,
I really think it made people more discerning about it, right? Like they came
Maybe,
out
yeah.
for Spider-Man 4, they came out for Top Gun Maverick, they've come out for Inside Out 2, and they came out for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
But those are the people who made. If you look
Yeah,
at those films, Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
I saw-
Spider-Man's gonna draw money
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time he comes out.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine in the theaters. We were on tour when we saw it, so it was a good thing for all. Like 10 of us went and got together, and we all went and saw the movie, and it was fun. And some of us liked it, some of us didn't. But I think that there is still like the value in the movie watching experience if you go to the movies. Of course, I don't think that it's as prevalent as it used to be. Movies are more expensive now. Going out is expensive, and people are a little tight on money, and I get that. But like, I do think that there's still people that would want to go do it.
I like it because it forces me to pay attention. That's the hardest part for me. At home is my inability to sit still. Sucks.
This thing
And
comes
yes,
out, and you're
that
just like,
thing comes
the
out.
movie.
A lot of
There's a
times-
slow instant, and you're like, well, what am I looking at on my phone?
I'm rewinding the movie because I'm like, damn it, I haven't heard the last 5 minutes. That happens to me.
A movie I thought of would be Nosferatu.
Oh,
That's something I'm looking forward to.
Eggers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's one.
a lot of people think it's great.
Nice.
Really?
Like,
Is it out
yeah.
yet?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that comes out this week or if that comes out next week, but the reviews are out, and
Okay.
everyone's saying that it's
It looks
really,
good.
really good. So, look, I think it's worth it. She has some other quotes here. She's talking about, again, it's about the glass ceiling. It's about telling stories of marginalized communities. And while I think that at the big
We
budget,
got a $20 super chat that I'm not even going to read. Up yours.
we won't read that. That is rude.
Matthew.
That is
Now I
very
have to read
rude,
But I'll take
Matthew.
your $20.
But thank you for the super chat. But that was rude. Look, big.
Take your money right away from you and not read your super chat.
When it comes to Hollywood, those stories make more sense on streaming and they do a better job on streaming. So less money is invested in that and less is expected in return. So a good example of that is Hulu had a show called Reservation Dogs, which was
I heard about
very
that.
good. But in general, I think that the culture war as it relates to big budget Hollywood and these DEI initiatives, we're going to see a swing back the other way where they're going to be, if they're not outright removed from the industry because they're just not getting work, they're going to be pigeonholed into small budget Tubi type stuff in Hollywood. If they're smart, we'll move back to big name, successful writers and directors, and the race and gender of those writers and directors should not matter as long as they are very, very good at their job.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.